run the city. We run the team.
What up, y'all? It's your main man, King Dopest, along with the one and only
Dopest Melanin. What's up, y'all?
And we back at it.
Oh my God, King, how was your Valentine's Day? Yesterday was Valentine's Day. We back at it again today.
Valentine's Day was amazing. I mean, for me, because I relaxed. Joy did have to work. So fortunately though, she got off early. Okay. So we were able to really, I'm gonna be honest, all we did was pig out. And watch movies. I got to watch the new Denzel movie, The Little Things. That was fun.
Okay.
That was fun. I suggest y'all go watch the new Denzel flick on HBO Max, The Little Things. Okay. I enjoyed that. How about yourself?
Yesterday was peaceful for me. I did a lot of self-love, sleeping.
Yes.
Yeah, all that. So it was peaceful. Okay, hey, Queen.
Queen Dopest.
Yes.
In the building.
We got Strawberry in the building.
Right. In case you guys don't know, let my man tell you. Did y'all wash your hands? If you did, hit the notifications, subscribe, like the videos, and welcome to Dopestology. Yeah. Okay, KK. OneLoveFam.com.
You heard it from Lil Dopest.
You heard it from Lil Dopest. Subscribe, hit the notifications, and whatnot. Just to update the people out there that do watch and are supporting. Last Friday's show, the One Love House, was amazing. I'm still getting messages about the content and the conversation. So shout out to Queen Dopest, Coco Snow Bunny, and of course Melanin, myself. It was a great show. Tonight, we are going to be talking about Tiny from Escape fame. Ain't that the group she was in?
Escape, that's it. Now I wish she could escape.
She wish she could escape now. Lord. And my man T.I., also known as Tip.
Tip.
It was a reason why I didn't want to do this show last week. I brought it up to Melanin towards the end of last week. Like, hey, you know this T.I. thing is floating out there. And I'm watching it blow up on YouTube. People checking it out. So, okay, well, let me delve into this. And we did a little research.
Quite interesting, actually. It's interesting.
Yeah. Do you want to explain what the allegations are?
How about we just show the people? Let's just show them.
We're gonna start off with alleged tomato, but this is one of the ladies. Hold on.
When I woke up alone, what was I supposed to do? What did she mean? When I woke up alone, I was fucking startled. I was naked. My phone was dead. And I was in the bed. I don't know what the fuck happened before that. I agreed to have sex for money. I did not agree to be drugged.
Okay.
Clutching my own pearls over here.
That's alleged victim number one. That's alleged. I'm surprised the comments moving so slow. Hey, if you guys are over on Facebook, please make sure y'all come over to YouTube. So you get the like and follow what we got going on over here. Wow.
I don't think they heard you. I think you need to play that again.
Okay. This is the alleged victim. We're just gonna say victim number 1. I don't know if it's number 1, 2, 10. I don't know.
When I woke up alone, what was I supposed to do? What does she mean? When I woke up alone, I was fucking startled. I was naked. My phone was dead. And I was in the bed. I don't know what the fuck happened before that. I agreed to have sex for money. I did not agree to be drugged.
Woo.
Wow.
Woo.
Wow.
So we're gonna get into some of that. Okay. We got one more clip. Look, okay, that's what I want to see. That's why I went and snatched up these videos. Okay, so we can talk about it. Hold on. This is alleged victim number 2. So it's a whole different feel. I'm gonna just tell you that right off top.
Oh, I'm sure they're probably gonna have you sign something, whatever. I have a new baby and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, can I get back to you on this offer? So he's like, sure, you can get back to me, whatever. So now, of course, I speak to my fiance. I'm like, hey, what do you think I should do? Should I, meet up with these people? I see what they have to offer, whatever. And he's like, if you do go, I'm sure they're probably gonna have you sign something, whatever. And it's crazy because, like, as I'm seeing these stories, I'm seeing that this is exactly what they have these people do, like sign that you cannot speak about what's going on. So, like I said, I considered it because of who they are. And then I, like, thought back on it, like, because I myself am a rape victim from 2014, I had just questions of, like, okay, so why do you want to fly me out? Like, why do you want to meet with me? Like, he's like, oh, we have a venture for you. We can speak more in person about it, whatever. But it didn't sit well with me until why these people wanted, like, I have 2,000 followers at that time, probably less than that. So I'm like, what about me? Like, where did you know what I mean? Like, I had so many questions in my mind about what did they really want. And then, I brought it to my family's attention. I went to my mom. I'm like, Ma, look, such.
To me, it's just two whole totally different fields of credibility right off the top. Now, if I would have heard just her, I'd have said, and this is why I put in the title, is non-disclosure consent. Because in her case, if she went under the auspice of a whole another reason, business, and she get there, you sign a non-disclosure, they do whatever to you in whatever manner, and then you feel like you can't say nothing because you signed this piece of paper. What's your take on it? I'm curious.
I'm confused, okay? Because first of all, this young lady says that she was sought out by the couple or someone from their team or whatever the situation is.
Mm-hmm.
But this first young lady, she's saying a whole different story. She's saying it like she was a part of the crew. She was around,
mm-hmm.
and she was offered.
Well, let me clarify. Let me clarify real quick. The first young lady that I played, that's a long video. And then another part of the video that we didn't play here on Dopest TV, she did say that she had been there several times.
This is what I'm saying. Several times tells me that you are around. You're not just no one saw you.
No, she's being paid. She was a lady of the night. See, okay, I'm trying to be politically correct because you know what I want to call her, but she was a lady. You know what I want to call her now? It sure ain't what her mama call her, but she had said in the same clip, same video, that she had been paid to go there numerous times, and her thing wasn't so much the acts that took place as it was the fact that, like she said, she woke up drugged, not knowing what happened. Now, we was talking earlier about
I don't buy that. I just don't. I'm sorry. Because before you were drugged, you had an opportunity. You had an opportunity to partake or not partake. So now you woke up and you didn't know what's going on. Now you want to speak out? I don't know about that. I don't know about either one of them.
I mean, if you watch her Instagram live,
period kisses,
and
the money stop.
In the way that people came after her, man, they are on her noggin. Okay,
on her top.
Yeah, they on her top. If y'all read I cut out some of the comments because I didn't even want them to be on the screen, but they was going Hamsterdam up in the comments, cloud chasing. That same young lady in the first clip, she has another clip where I don't know if she's intoxicated, but she wilding. She rapping T.I. songs at him. Like she's like rapping his songs to him, like come get me type, vibes.
Yeah, but that ruins your credibility. Like that ruins anything that just came out of your mouth. Because as we all know, when you say something, they will, whether it's something that's relevant or from the past, they will dig up everything on your social media. Anything you put out there, they're gonna dig it up and they're gonna throw it back at you.
Let me see. As a real rape victim, I'm offended by what they're claiming. And we talked about this earlier, me and Melanin, as we prepare for the show. We were talking earlier, and I said that exact thing, Joy. It's bittersweet because I'm gonna tell you why. On one end, you hope what they're saying is true. I don't, because I like Tip. You feel me? Like I like T.I. I don't, not really been a follower of Tiny like that, but I like T.I. So like I don't want it to be true, but I want it to be true because this is why so many victims of sexual assault aren't taking at their word. It's because it always comes into question. What was their motive? What was this? When they didn't have no motive. They were victims of an assault. So there was no motivation for the real victims. Correct. But then, like I say, you get these kind of, and I don't know if these are not actual factual. At this point, they're allegations. On this show, we will never try and convict nobody of nothing. Okay? That's for a jury and a judge and a legal system to handle. My thing is the overall outlook. If this is a publicity stunt for money purposes, then it has a really disastrous effect on real victims of sexual abuse.
And it does, because oftentimes as a victim, you feel you don't have a voice or you're afraid to tell your story. But like you said, when young ladies like this, whether we don't know, we're not sure what the truth is, but it places doubt.
We know that
doubt.
Well, we don't know this for a fact, but we're under the impression that the second clip that I played, that the young lady signed a non-disclosure agreement. I don't know if the younger woman signed a non-disclosure agreement. Also, part of the allegations are that part of this group of people that go to their house, there's minors involved. I don't know of none of that. Those are just rumors up to this point. So yeah, it's tough because, like I said, you don't want it to be true, but for the sake of fucking victims everywhere, you kind of like, damn, I hope it has some validity to it, because the next person that comes out with these type of claims, they won't be taken as serious. They're gonna be hounded, just like the accusers of and I guess I can say victims, because I mean he's in prison, right? Is he not in? Is R. Kelly not in prison?
Yes,
I believe
he is.
he's in prison. His accusers go through that. People say they did it for the money. Was the money really worth having to be able to walk around freely ever again in your life? I tell y'all, what is fan short for? Fanatical. Fanatic, right? Fanatic ain't really a good word. To be fanatical is not really that great a thing, because that means you kind of go to all lengths to express your love or distaste for something, right?
Yeah, and that's terrible. And we like you say all the time, you have to be different. You don't have to be a fan and do what somebody else is doing and it's hot and it's popping, for Instagram and the book and all that stuff. No.
Do it for the gram. Tell them you were talking about, because if you are going to engage in these type of actions, everybody in relationships are free to their own will.
This is true.
But
this
if
is
you are
true.
And I don't even think this is reserved to like it's a new day and age. I don't think this conversation is reserved to celebrities. But tell them what you were talking about, somebody from Love and Hip Hop. And
so we were talking earlier about Candy Burris, another member of the group Escape. I think it's on this current season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I think it was about 3 weeks ago, they were filming, and someone asked her a question, like, are you down to bring other partners in the bedroom? Are you down for a threesome? And she's like, yeah, of course. We do it all the time. Me and my husband, we partake all the time, but we have them sign an NDA. I'm sorry. Does that make it okay? I mean, it makes you not legally bound, but that just goes to show me that all celebrities are out here. A lot of celebrities, I don't want to say all, a lot of celebrities are partaking in the same type of behavior. It's just not publicized, or it's not looked at so negatively. But right. I was totally shocked that she was so open enough to come out and say, oh yeah, like it's nothing.
Because here's my thing. Hypothetically, if these allegations are true, I was saying to you earlier, it has to be a power thing. There's no way that this can be just like a like you could just pay for it.
You can listen. You can go out here on the street, on any corner.
I mean, you go to a strip club. You can get you something built just like you want at the strip club. Whatever shape, that you want, you can just go right to the strip club, and I'm sure for the right amount of money, you can get one of them to fulfill all your wildest dreams. I just don't understand it. And Tip has made such a name for himself in a lot of ways.
A lot of positive ways.
Ways.
Yes, he had a lot of influence with the Black Lives Matter and a lot of political stances. He has had a positive influence. So this shocked me when I saw this coming from Tip.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Well, a lot of couples do this. And it's kind of, I really don't know the numbers. Maybe that's something I should have looked up. Like, how many cases are there of sexual assault involving couples? Because we seem to only hear about this kind of stuff from celebrities, but we do know people live alternative lifestyles.
Yeah, some people live that lifestyle on the daily.
Yeah.
But in from what my parents told me, you never pay someone to have sex with you. You pay them to leave.
Right. When you're done, you pay them to be quiet.
You're not paying for the actual act. You're paying for them to shut their mouth and leave. Your money is on the nightstand. Goodbye. I'll call you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't pay anyone for the actual act, because you can get that anywhere. Like you said, you can go to strip club, any color, shade, hue, whatever you want.
Right. So
so for all we know, the money could have stopped. We don't know if that is the case. We don't know. And it's interesting to see that, you know, the first young lady said, "Oh, I have been there several times." And even the second young lady, she's like, "No, well, they, you know, it wasn't like it happened today. They reported it tomorrow, and here it is in the media." I don't get that vibe from that.
Yeah. And again, this is a class. See, but this is what's so hard. I promise you, I'm struggling with this so bad, because a lot of victims of sexual assault or sexual abuse don't say anything right away. A lot of times it's a trigger or a person or like I said, an event that causes them. And sometimes it is somebody else coming forth, you know.
That's true.
But if this is the case, in this situation, it doesn't have that same appearance to me. Not to say that the allegations aren't true, but I don't get that same vibe watching the younger lady. I get a different vibe from the second clip I played. I get a different vibe from her. It sounds like it makes sense. It kind of sounds similar to the R. Kelly situation.
Same exact deal.
Yeah, it sounds similar.
Scenario. You know, that these celebrities are on, see these young girls or young women on social media, and they're, you know, inviting them to come to the show, come to the after party. Like,
was this an ongoing occurrence? Well, with the one young lady that I played, that said that she did go over there, money for sex. She said it was a recurring situation. Yeah.
And who knows? Like, something could have went bad. Anything could have went bad. You know.
The other girl, the other lady. Excuse me. I'm sorry. The other lady. I believe she got flew out one time. This thing happened, and you know, you got Tiny's friend. What's her name? She on there going ham on social media. She like, tell them to file a police report. She wants the accusers to file a police report.
Oh yeah, like, Shekinah.
Yeah, Shekinah. She wants them to file a police report if this happened. We're gonna see where this goes. I was looking at just like I said, a lot of these celebrities now, they have you sign these non-disclosure agreements. I'd have to actually look at one that was signed, because I don't think it absolves the parties that are hosting people at whatever house event, whatever, from everything. I don't believe that because you sign these papers, you know, you sign away the rights to, you know, your body.
And that's what's really sad, because you almost put a price.
Yeah.
And what price are you willing, you know, to accept for some? I mean, I don't know. It's all suspect to me. It's just suspect.
And it's crazy because the majority of the people that you see speaking out are women. Like, if you go, like I said, watch the girls' Instagram, it's primarily, and I'm gonna just throw this, it look like 70% of the people that's commenting are women, calling her a clout chaser, a gold digger, you know, everything under the sun. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but damn, this kind of allegation ain't new. I smell money. And I'm sure in the coming weeks, especially if this thing gets blown up and these ladies start getting, if they do a what they call it, surviving tip and tiny, if they do something like this, you might see 15 other girls that because if this is the extracurricular lifestyle that they enjoy, then I'm sure there's other women. And if there are other women, then I'm sure it may be um what's up with you, Doe? One love. That's dope. Hey, what's up, my guy?
What's interesting is like this whole thing with R. Kelly. I think the reason why his scenario was so under the spotlight or under a fast track to go from video to production to the courtroom.
Gideon said being drugged was not in the deal. Being drugged. We said a little missionary and this, that, and the other, but
you weren't on drugs when you were given the drugs, so I feel like you had an opportunity to consent out or be like, I'm out.
I mean, but if they slipped you a Mickey, I mean, let me just speak for that. Let me advocate for the other side, okay? If I went somewhere to sell all of this hunkiness, and I get to the spot, hey, Dopest, you want a drink? Oh yeah, I'll take a drink. Let me get a drink. And I wake up with my drawers gone, and I hey, hold on now. If I wake up, if I wake up with my drawers off, I don't know what transpired for the last month. I'm sorry. I am sorry. It is gonna be hell to pay.
I mean, but listen, I mean, they are taking their phones. They're saying that they were drugged and their phones were taken. Okay, and right. the first young lady later further in the clip, she says she woke up in the bathroom in
the bathtub. Oh my gosh! But that's what I'm saying. If you sign, okay, look, if somebody say I'm gonna pay you X, Y, and Z to come do X, Y, and Z, but they throw A, B, C, and D in there too, it's a problem. That's a violation. That should, I mean, whatever. And again, this may be the difference in a contract that maybe Candy Burris and her husband have their guests signed because they know they finna get into some freaky deaky deaky, as opposed to if you just sign a regular non-disclosure saying, hey, I can't talk about what went on here and this, that, and the other. I still don't believe that opens you up to be drugged. See, I got a whole nother feeling after having this conversation. I'm with you, Gideon. I look, I ain't gonna even lie, and these are allegations, and I already said before.
Rape is rape. It's still rape.
I'm starting to feel different now. See, that's why I do this show, because I want to be enlightened. I'm reading the comments, and I'm playing it through my head, and I put myself in this lady's position. You could think what you want of her and her lifestyle, how she talk, how she looks. She got a grill. She talk way crazy. But if I signed over there to do the deed, and like you say, you're paid to come do your thing, shut your mouth and leave. Well, she didn't get paid to stay there extra hours she didn't even know about for free. For free. Because they could have did whatever they wanted. They could have did whatever. She put herself in that situation. Still does not, to me, you signing some papers, because I keep hearing this non-disclosure and paperwork and contracts.
Man, bump
But how
that.
do we know they were? This is true. That's why there are allegations. But I'm saying we speaking, because from what I hear, it's not that T.I. and Tiny are denying having people over and doing certain things. From what my understanding is, and I could be completely wrong about that. And I don't know if these young ladies were two of the people they had over as guests in their house. I'm sure going forward, look, if T.I. and them paid
There
for
needs
this lady to be flown out, it's records of that.
No more going forward. I think that they need to be done with this because, I mean, if it, and no, it does not have a gender on
And
it.
then, but you know what? Them waiting, they can't take no toxicology test if they waited too long. So you can't even tell if you have certain kind of drugs in your system. That part is hard to prove. We speaking on the back. I'm just, like I said, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. If these things, allegations turned out to be true, yeah, I'm in agreement with Gideon. If these allegations are true, and we don't know that.
We don't know.
I don't know that anymore. That I know it's life in space. Okay, so, but if they are, yeah, it is rape. If it comes out that there is any kind of proof of this, that, and the other, and you're asking me, is that rape just because they went over there to do something? I don't believe that they open themselves up to everything. Like,
no, but I don't think that they went over there with the intent of maybe in a sexual act or to partake.
Well, one girl, the other girl said that's not why she went over there at all. She said that, and you heard her, and I could play it again. She said, T.I., well, you don't think they have people come over for business ventures, Melanin? Like, that's what she said.
She said she had followers. She was not clear on actually.
She said, why do they want me? I only had 2,000 followers. She was making a point that I wasn't popping. Why would they? She said she was questioning going because she was like, why would they want me to come over to their house? Let me talk to my fiance. She says T.I. said that we have great business opportunities. It could have been as a dancer. It could have been as a video vixen. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you that. Maybe she was supposed to be in a video and she didn't make the cut. Okay, whoop-de-doo. But when it comes down to you being drugged, that was not a part of the plan. That was nowhere in the agreement, like you said. And for T.I., I'm sad for him because he has such a positive influence.
Here's the thing. I was drugged and raped 16 years ago and never reported it. To this day, I have definite triggers, legit triggers that make me shut down. They will have this too. And that's what I was saying earlier. It's a lot of, and I of course knew this, that, and she to this day, she goes to therapy for this. Now you have a lot of people say, well, this happened to you, onelovefam.com. Why didn't you report it?
It's not that
fear. Yes, fear, embarrassment. A lot of things cause you to not come forth, and say it. So that's why, again, I pray on one end that it's not true for both, because I don't want nobody to have been victimized, and I definitely don't want T.I. to backslide from all the progressive work that he's done. And then the other part, like I said, is I don't want this to water down and dilute actual victims of sexual abuse. I think those are two important things to take from this, is that each case should be, just like each person should be treated as an individual. One rape case has nothing to do with the other. You know what I'm saying? They should be, or any sexual abuse allegations should be treated individually. You know what I'm saying? Because the first thing, and if you look at the comments here tonight, one of the first things it said is it's a money move. And you know why people are saying that here in the chat? Because you've had so many women in the past that have cried wolf, that have did things for monetary gain, and it has ultimately affected the credibility of real victims.
This is true.
You saw it right here tonight, and we talked about it on the phone, and we talked about it in this broadcast. Right off top, people don't say, damn, them girls got abused. The first thing people do is put the blame in some kind of way, or they're really hesitant to believe. And I don't blame nobody. How can you blame anybody for being hesitant to be like, oh man, that's like if I'd have got on here and been like, I can't stand T.I. I can't stand T.I. I can't believe he did that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm done. I ain't never playing Dope Boys again. I could see if if that was my reaction, but I don't know. So we're going to talk about both sides of the fence. You know what I'm saying? If they lying, they some low down dirty dogs. I'm going to tell you that straight up. If you went over to this man's house to engage in some adult activities and you saw a way to come up, shame on you. Okay? For real.
And we can't leave Tiny out of this because she has a part to play as well.
I'm sorry. I keep saying I don't care. Yeah. Tiny too.
This is not just Tip, because
they say Tiny. Yeah, go ahead, love.
Tiny was the ringleader allegedly in getting these girls over to the house or seducing them, whatever they had planned. She was the ringleader. So it's almost like it's a game. Like, go ahead, baby. You're a woman, get them together, So as a woman, you would feel more open to someone passing you a drink or, saying, hey, come over to my house, girl. Who knows what the scenario was. But she had a purpose.
Yeah. Well, that's just like the Jeffrey Epstein thing. The main predator was a female as well. She participated and she was the one that lured a lot of the young ladies into to Epstein Island or whatever the hell he had going on. Yeah.
But here's my thing, and I
but they do focus on the men because I ain't seen the documentary come out on what was her name, Giselle something. I ain't seen the documentary on her yet, but they done made about 10 on Jeffrey Epstein. But there was a female participant in those sex crimes. Absolutely.
It's just disheartening because, I feel like, this is something that's been going on for a while. And of course, we've heard that, things like this have happened in the past, allegedly with, people like Elvis Presley and Hugh Hefner. Like all of these people had the same allegations against them at some point, but we didn't hear about it when it was going on. We hear about it after they're dead.
That's true. Let me put the camera on myself. I have too been a victim of allegations over and over again on a lot smaller scale, but being the live stream celebrity that I am, there's people all the time that make untrue accusations about me. So T.I., if you are listening or ever listen, this is nothing to condemn you. These are purely allegations. And until these allegations become truths, I stand behind my man Tip. I do. I stand behind Tip until further notice. When they become actual victims and there's evidence on the table and something for me to really just to make a judgment from, like right now, it's IG videos, he say, she say.
Right. And none of that will stand in the court of law if there's no actual receipts. Because one, they took their phones, remember? They took their phones, so they don't have anything holding them to that. So these are stuff that they're speaking out about later. And it's sad if it's really, really true, because now they have to live with that. They have to live with that hurt and pain for the rest of their lives.
I'm going to just throw this out there. I find it hard to believe if they is doing all this freaky deaky stuff, there ain't no videos. I mean, excuse me for going right there with it, but they live their whole life on camera. You know what I'm saying? They had a whole show in their house. It's cameras somewhere. But I don't even know if this thing is going to court. I don't know if it's going to be, if it's nothing, and it could be something, to be honest. We might not hear about this in a week, and there may be a reason, because it may be just cheaper for them to pay them and move along. Now, if they make attempts to pay one of the, or all of these women, and these women still, I mean, we'll see. We gotta watch. We're gonna keep an eye on it. So,
yeah, it's definitely affecting their bag, because they stopped all production of their TV show, so they can.
Let me tell you this, and I said this earlier. If and it don't seem like it from the outset that T.I. is getting the same backlash that R. Kelly got. Is it just me? Is it because R. Kelly made that one video? Was it the video?
It was the documentary for me.
But those were just allegations. That's like if you take these girls' IG live feeds and put them in a documentary, it's just somebody talking. We didn't see no evidence.
No, he had people on his team that co-signed what these girls were saying.
Okay, I'll give you that.
He had people on his team, like people who had them, flip sides. Like they were saying that no, he was wrong. No, he did that. This went down.
Even though I was really driving right, I'm part to blame.
I mean, hell, look at Aaliyah. Aaliyah was how old?
Hold on. OneLoveFam.com. You are not to blame. It don't matter where you was at. That don't give nobody the right to violate you. So you're wrong.
Absolutely not. You're wrong. 100%.
You're wrong for that.
That does not give anyone the right at all. It's never okay.
That's what is one of the things that I learned in therapy is like I can control my actions. Like, I'm quick. I used to be quick to be like, well, they the ones made me mad, or that's why I lashed out, or this, that, and the other. But I could have controlled how I reacted to the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So anything I ever did to anybody, I don't put the blame on them, no matter how mad they make me. And it's definitely it's the person that's it's definitely the offender's fault in any situation. It's
Correct.
Never the victim's fault. It's definitely the offender's fault. I promise you that. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I tell a story where I got robbed in Chicago one time. I know not to have my ass in certain buildings in Chicago. It don't mean I should have got robbed, motherfucker, but at the same time, I should have been, better aware of my surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but nobody deserves to be victimized in any way. But we thought this was an interesting topic to throw out there. We ain't really talked too much about celebrity news and what's going on lately, so we thought we'd get y'all feedback on. And now that we talked about it, we can both kind of watch together and see how this thing unfolds. And we might have to do a part 2 as it unravels.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Again, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys share this to somebody. We still building up this audience. The donations are always welcome. It's a donation icon at the bottom. Also put the Cash App in the description of the video. So if you guys want to donate that way. And then, like I said, it's all about building a better channel and better content. Make sure you guys get with us Friday. Well, get with us tomorrow Same time tomorrow for Dopestology. But Friday, you know, we got the One Love House with my girls Queen Dopest and Coco Snow Bunny, aka Lola Bands. That was a hit. I had a blast on Friday. That was a great
so fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. The 5 love languages. Y'all go check that out from Friday. Other than that, you got anything else you want to say?
No, I think we've covered it all.
We covered it all.
We
Okay.
covered it all.
Well, if nobody told you you're important, have value, worth, and that you mean something, and most importantly that they love you, I love you. The One Love family loves you. Until tomorrow, one love as we throw it up, hearts with the pinkies, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I love you guys.